Hi, welcome to Road Bike Culture. I'm your host, Kevin Isley. Today we're going to talk about the Emeryville ride. A couple of months ago, I invited all of my subscribers to join me and my cycling club, Velocarian, to go on our annual Emeryville to Davis, California bike ride. I had 2 subscribers who said they wanted to join. The first one was Ron, and Ron said, I live in Vallejo, I'm going to meet you in Emeryville, I'm going to do the whole ride. The next subscriber was Milano. Milano lives in Sacramento, and he said, I'll take the train and meet you in Fairfield and ride the rest of the way. Once we get to Emeryville, when we parked our cars, we all start getting ready, and up rolls a jet black Range Rover, and as it pulls into a parking spot, you could see the Ferrari red Pinarello F10. And this was Ron. Ron is an old school subscriber. He's been around for a while on my channel. Once everybody's all kitted up and ready to go, we head out and we start riding towards Davis. We could not have asked for a better day. There was no fog, it wasn't raining, and it wasn't really cold. None of us wore arm warmers. Once we've been rolling, I fall back, I start talking to Ron. I'm like, how's it going? Who are you? How did you find my channel? He tells me the whole story. He said, you're a local guy, and I like seeing these roads, and I really wanted to go for a ride. So it worked out really well for Ron, and he is a strong rider. I gotta tell you, Ron is just an amazing bike rider, and he's only been at it for a year and a half. Along the way, Ron was making friends with everybody in the group. We were all just having really good conversations, telling jokes, and talking about stories on the road. This is what I like about cycling. It's the camaraderie, and this is why I've invited all of my subscribers to join me on this ride. So our ride takes us through Berkeley and up into the hills where we go along Old Tunnel Road, and that is just, it's a beautiful climb. After that, we head to Crockett and over the Carquinez Bridge, and once we're over the Carquinez Bridge, we're in Vallejo, California. Dropping into Benicia is really pretty. The Navy's mothball fleet is out there, and you get a look at the ships in the bay just sitting there, and I really like that part of it. Once we get down, we turn left and we hit a wind tunnel. Every year, I think this might be where wind comes from. After that huge wind tunnel we went through, we roll up into Fairfield. Fairfield's a place where we met another 11 riders on the way, because not only did I invite my subscribers, but my friend Michael Alvarado, he sent out a bunch of texts and tweets and Instagrams saying, hey, join us on this bike ride. And a lot of people just decided to join us there. And this is where Milano met us. It was really nice meeting Milano when we first started riding. He's a really good guy. I like this guy. He's been a long-time subscriber, and he was really excited to do this ride with us. But it turns out Milano is 61 years old, and he is an avid cyclist, but his condition on that day was not up to the speeds we were actually riding, so he started falling back. And there was a couple of times I pulled off to the side of the road and waited for Milano to catch up. This is fine. I like meeting my subscribers, and it gave us a lot of time to talk, where I really learned a lot about Milano. But always as it goes, once you stop talking when you're riding bikes, one person tends to pull away from another person. And there was one point I looked back and he was really far back. So I slowed down, I waited for him, we all regrouped because that's how we roll at Velocarian. So we pull away from him again, I look back, he's nowhere to be seen, I pull off to the side of the road, I wait about 5 minutes for him to show up. He shows up, and in his wonderful Peruvian accent, he goes, Kevin, you are so kind to wait for me. You do not have to do this. I know these roads. And I said, no problem, Milano. It's just how we go. We don't drop anybody. So as we're riding, I look back and I realize I dropped him again. And this time I don't see him again. So I just keep riding. He said he knows these roads, and I got to catch up to the rest of the group. So I kind of hammer it. I catch up to everybody. And did I mention that a bunch of people met us in Fairfield, so they had fresh legs? Once I regrouped with them, the train took off, and we were hammering it at about 27 miles an hour all the way into Winters. Once in Winters, I got myself a frozen mocha frappuccino thing at a local coffee shop, which was amazing because it was full of sugar and it was full of caffeine, and it gave me a lot of energy. About halfway through that drink, up rolls Milano. And he's like, hey guys, and we're like, what's up, Milano? And he gets himself a drink, we wait around, we talk to him, it's all fun, we get back on our bikes. Because Winters is 85 miles from our starting point, and we're usually really hungry for something savory, so we always hammer it. The first group I was with, they were going 27 miles an hour, and then I looked down and we're going 31 miles an hour because these guys had fresh legs and they're already people who hammer it. I was happy to hold on. When we get to the intersection where we turn right to head into Davis, we all regroup, and somebody said, where's Milano? And I said, he said he knows the roads, don't worry about it, just leave him behind. He may or may not show up in Davis. That's all cool. Once we get into Davis, we go to Burgers and Brews, and the only thing we're thinking about is burgers, french fries, and beer. We get there, and it's good as usual. We talked to a waitress. We said we have 20 people. She set up 2 tables, and that was really nice. And we got our burgers, we got our french fries, we got our beer. We're all just reminiscing about the ride. It's epic. Somebody says, hey, where's Milano? I said, I think he might have just gone back to Sacramento. I don't really know. We finish our food. I'm about 2 beers in, and somebody says, hey, it's Milano. We all look, and there's Milano rolling up. We all say, Milano, and we start clapping. At this point, 2 tables of people, 20 people are clapping, saying Milano. The whole restaurant erupts with clapping. We hand him a pitcher of beer with about that much beer in the pitcher. He takes it, he takes a drink, and he takes a bow. This is Milano. Milano goes in, he gets himself a burger and a pitcher of beer for the rest of us. We all talk, we reminisce about what a good ride this was. A lot of people met on this ride for the first time. But one thing I really want to say here is Milano, who is 61 years old, showed up for a group ride with nobody he knew. He rode it at his own pace. He rode it with pride, and he rode it with style. That is amazing. And I have all the respect in the world for Milano. So Milano, if you're watching my video, and I know you are, this is for you. Cheers, buddy. You did it. And at 61, I hope when I get there, I'm riding as strong as you are. And to all of you, I would like to say thank you for subscribing to Road Bike Culture and for participating in the culture of road bike riding. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope to see you out there on the road.